COVID-19 death tally has crossed 5,000 mark, with 145 more people succumbing to the virus yesterday. Meanwhile, the effect of the ongoing prohibitory orders in effect in many districts across the country has seemed to have helped lessen the number of daily cases. However, it is still well advised to all members of public to avoid going outdoors unless necessary and to abide by all safety measures. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the top stories of the hour. A research suggests Nepal is ahead of India in COVID-19 infection and deaths. Death tally in the country crosses 5,000 mark and over 7,000 cases reported yesterday. The delay in providing COVID-19 test results causes surge in the number of cases in rural areas. Experts warn of a grave situation ahead. More than 40 people killed in the latest Israeli airstrikes on Gaza as the Israel-Palestinian conflict enters its 8th day. And Rafael Nadal wins his 10th Italian Open with a 7-5, 1-6, 6-3 victory over world number 1 Novak Djokovic in Rome. Nepal's COVID-19 death tally has crossed the 5,000 mark as the country reported 145 deaths in the past 24 hours, taking the national death tally to 5,001. Likewise, 7,316 COVID-19 cases were also reported yesterday. There are 110,263 active cases in the country at the moment. Kathmandu Valley reported a total of 2,609 cases. Meanwhile, 6,648 individuals have registered full recovery, taking the recovery tally to over 339,700. The recovery rate stands at 74.6%. The Health Ministry informed that there are 1,313 individuals in intensive care units, while 380 are on ventilator support. Meanwhile, 701 individuals are in various quarantine centers across the country. According to the Health Ministry, 19,536 samples were tested for COVID-19 through the PCR method yesterday. Now, with the increasing number of cases, the country's health system has in numerous times reached its breaking point. The infection rate has reached its peak 3 weeks after the same happened in India. Based on different researches, the COVID-19 risk in Nepal is higher than in India, as Nepal has been reporting 306 infection cases in every 1 million people, while it is 206 in India. The infection rate in Nepal is 1.5%, while it is only 1% in India. In March this year, the infection tally in India was 150 million and the infection rate was 0.8%. Nepal had 275,000 COVID-19 cases and the infection rate was 0.9%. The situation went out of control in India as the country faced lack of beds and oxygen supply, leading to over 4,000 daily deaths and the number of cases going over 400,000 on a daily basis. However, in recent days, the infection cases in India have declined by almost 17% to drop down to 326,000 daily cases. Nepal is also going through a similar scenario as the infection rate has declined by 11%, while the recovery rate has increased by 15% and 1.5% people are infected. In the last 1 month alone, Nepal recorded more than 165,000 cases. India has a recovery rate of over 84% and a death rate of 1%, while Nepal's recovery rate is 74.6% and the death rate is 1.8%. Relatively, the death rate in Nepal is much higher than in India. Moving on, the lethargic testing method and delay in providing test results have increased the number of COVID-19 cases in rural areas of the country. All the 3 tiers of the government have been indifferent with the situation, even as the situation is likely to go out of control in rural areas. Several rural districts in the country do not have facilities for testing samples through PCR method for COVID-19. Local authorities in districts like Rolpa, Baitari, Acham and Sangkhuasabha are compelled to send samples to other districts and have to wait for the results for up to a week's time. The slow testing pace, coupled with the delay in receiving results, has led to coronavirus infections spreading rapidly in rural areas. On top of that, people who submitted samples for the test have been moving freely in villages, increasing the risk of spread. However, all the 3 tiers of the government had not given much attention in expanding tests and have just sealed the areas instead. Laboratories across the country have the capacity of testing 25,000 samples on a daily basis. However, these laboratories have not carried out testings as per their capacity. Health experts have warned that the situation could go out of control if laboratories are not operated in full swing and results are not provided quickly. Nepal has been reeling under the second wave of coronavirus pandemic. Many COVID-19 patients have lost their lives due to shortage of oxygen supply. However, the government has been weak in managing necessary resources and to even approach international donors for help. In this context, our colleague Shraddha Aryal talked to foreign affairs expert Gyan Chandra Acharya on how the country should increase efforts for foreign aid to deal with the current crisis. Here are some excerpts.
अहिलेको अवस्था एकदम भयावह छ यहाँले भन्नुभयो जस्तै अब अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सहयोगको अवस्थाको बारेमा विचार गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हामीले तीनटा कुरा हेर्नुपर्छ होला एउटा चाहिँ त अब विश्वका सबै राष्ट्र नै अहिले कोभिडले आक्रान्त भएका छन् त्यसले गर्दाखेरि पनि एउटा समस्या छ दोस्रो चाहिँ अब यस्तो अवस्था नेपालमा आउँछ भनेर हामीले आकलन गर्न अलि नसकेको र त्यसैले पूर्व तयारी पनि नेपालको अलि कम भएको होला र तेस्रो चाहिँ मलाई लाग्छ अब गत 1 महिना यता सरकार पनि आन्तरिक राजनीतिको परिघटनामै व्यस्त भएर पनि होला त्यसैले चाहिँ अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सहयोगै नआएको भन्न त मिल्दैन तर जति रूपमा प्रभावित हामी भएका छौं त्यस किसिमको सहयोग जुन प्राप्त हुनुपर्ने हो त्यो हुन चाहिँ गाह्रो भएको अवस्था चाहिँ छ
जस्तो अहिले यो सरकारी तवरबाट सहयोग जुटाउन गाह्रो परिरहेको छ जबकि सञ्चार माध्यमहरूले पनि सहयोगका लागि हारगुहार गरिरहेका छन् र हाम्रो छिमेकी देशकै कुरा गर्ने हो भने भारतमा सहयोगको बाढी आइरहेको छ र तुलनात्मक रूपमा नेपालमा संक्रमणको दर यति उच्च हुँदाहुँदै पनि किन आउन नसकेको होला त
अब त्यसो त नेचुरली अब भारत अलि ठुलो राष्ट्र छ त्यसपछि उसको प्रभाव पनि ठुलो छ एउटा कुरा त त्यो हो दोस्रो अब परिमाण संख्याको हिसाब पनि हुन्छ अब संक्रमित र मृत्यु हुनेहरूको संख्या भारतमा धेरै छ नेपालमा कम छ त्यसले पनि केही हदसम्म प्रभाव पारेको हुन्छ तर अर्को चाहिँ के हो भनेदेखि अब हामीले हाम्रो आफ्ना भएका जुन कूटनीतिक हाम्रा चाहिँ सम्पर्कका माध्यम छन् राजदूतावासहरू छन् नियोगहरू छन् र ती सबैलाई अत्यन्त चाहिँ एउटा स्ट्र्याटेजी नै बनाएर प्रभावकारी रूपमा र सक्रियताका साथ अगाडि पनि बढाउनु पर्छ भन्ने हामीलाई लाग्छ अब त्यो गर्नका लागि चाहिँ 2-3टा किसिम हुनु पर्यो देशभित्रै पनि अब स्थानीय कूटनीतिक समुदायलाई र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय संघ संस्थालाई बोलाएर एउटा निरन्तर सहयोगको हाम्रो अवस्था के छ पनि बताउने र सहयोग पनि माग्नको लागि एउटा स्ट्र्याटेजिक रूपमा रणनीति नै लिएर अगाडि बढाउनु पर्यो र देश बाहिर पनि हामीले 2-3टा किसिमका कुराहरू गर्नु पर्यो एउटा चाहिँ द्विपक्षीय सम्बन्धका विषयलाई लिएर जस्तो छिमेकी चीन र भारतको अवस्था अहिले राम्रो छैन तर त्यति हुँदै पनि जस्तो अहिले भनौं न यहाँले भने जस्तै अक्सिजनको मात्रा भारतमा पनि अब बिस्तारै अलि समस्या अलि कम हुँदै गइरहेको छ त्यसबाट अक्सिजन ल्याउने सम्बन्धमा अथवा गएर इमिडिएट हामीलाई चाहिने मेडिसिन ल्याउने सम्बन्धमा अथवा इक्विपमेन्ट टेस्टिङका कुराहरू पनि होलान् ल्याउने सम्बन्धमा केही हदसम्म सहयोग हुन सक्छ भने चीनसँग नेचुरली हामीले अझ बढी अहिले पनि अब सिलिन्डर त ल्याएको भन्ने खबर आइराखेको छ सिलिन्डर ल्याइ पनि सकेको छ तर त्यो भन्दा बढी अरु पनि के ल्याउन सकिन्छ भन्ने बारेमा पनि अझ हामीले अलिकति बढी घनीभूत रूपमा छलफल गरेर त्यसलाई एउटा स्ट्र्याटेजी नै बनाएर अगाडि बढाउनु पर्छ तर त्यसको साथसाथै यसमा सबभन्दा ठूलो चाहिँ महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका युरोप अमेरिकाका राष्ट्रहरूको छ उनीहरूको क्षमता पनि ठूलो छ उनीहरूको चाहिँ प्रभाव पनि ठूलो छ अन्य राष्ट्रहरूसँग र अझ हामीले अर्को पनि मध्यपूर्वका केही राष्ट्रहरू जस्तो युनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट्ससँग पनि हाम्रो सम्बन्ध छन् साउदी अरेबिया अरूसँग पनि छ कतारहरूसँग पनि सम्बन्ध छ अहिले त्यहाँ पनि एक किसिमको चाहिँ त्यो क्षमता अभिवृद्धि भइरहेको छ भनौं न युनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट्सले अब अहिले त्यो भ्याक्सिन लगाउनेमा सबभन्दा अगाडि छ त्यसबाट त्यस्ता राष्ट्रहरूबाट पनि सहयोग प्राप्त गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने एउटा चाहिँ द्विपक्षीय रूपमा पनि हामीले अगाडि बढ्नु पर्यो अर्को चाहिँ अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय संघ संस्था युएन डब्ल्युएचओ भन्ने जुन छ त्यसमा पनि हामीले चाहिँ अगाडि बढेर त्यहाँ चाहिँ अलिकति सक्रिय रूपमा हामीले लबी गर्नु पर्यो
In our public voice segment, we've asked locals in Sankhua Sabha why have local levels failed to initiate the construction works of the health post whose foundation was laid 6 months back. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
यसमा चाहिँ अलिकति सरकारी तहबाट र स्थानीय तहबाट चाहिँ जनताको मनोभावनालाई बुझेर उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ सेवा प्रदान गरौँ भन्ने पनि अलिकति चासो नभएको हो कि स्थानीय सरकार पनि अब जनता प्रति उत्तरदायी नभएर पनि हो
जनता समक्ष चाहिँ नगरपालिकाहरूले गाउँपालिकाले अलिक चासो नदेखाएको हो कि
राजनीतिक खिचतानीको कारणले नै गरेर चाहिँ अहिले उनीहरू त्यतैतिर अल्झिरहेको हुँदाखेरि स्वास्थ्यलाई चाहिँ अलिकति हेलचक्राइ गरियो।
जग्गामा विवाद भएर यो विशेष गरी चाहिँ ढिलो भएको कारण चाहिँ मुख्य हो यो।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, what's your say on the Nepal army defying the directives of the Public Accounts Committee? Your options are A, insult to the committee, B, government support to the army, and C, faulty directives. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.